What's happening, everybody? I'm back. So, New Year's resolutions. How's your New Year's resolution going? Uh, Mine is going terrible. You know, are you one of those people that that day, New Year's, boom, you just quit whatever you were gonna quit, or you started doing whatever you're gonna start doing, or was it a process? Me, it's kind of like a process. I can't just it's kind of like a process, but you tell me, you know. I like. I'm not one of those guys. I've never been one of those guys that just the very first day, okay, boom, I'm changing this, or I'm doing this, or I'm starting this. I don't. It always, it's a little process, for me, if I'm ever gonna do something, quit something or start something or whatever. But how is it for you guys? I was wondering that. I was wondering, are you that disciplined where you could just, if you say I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna stop doing this, or I'm gonna start doing this, are you just boom on it? Me, not so much. I try to be like that, but it's like a process for me when I'm doing things, or whatever, I can't just automatically boom, jump into something, I am gonna start going to church, but I'm looking into it a little bit, which one, there's a couple near my house, so that's gonna happen, and I'm still smoking. I'm sorry, I'm still smoking, but I'm working on it, cutting back. Give me a couple weeks, definitely not smoking as much as I normally do, but I'll get it. I'll good. I know I will, But how are you guys doing with your? I want to hear from you guys. How are you guys doing with your New Year's resolutions? Is it working out? Is it happening for you? I'll tell you what though. I have been working out every day before work, early in the morning. I wake up a half an hour before I normally do, and I've been doing, getting stretched out, doing some push-ups, just to get my body a little, and I have been doing that. I have been faithfully doing that, every day before I go to work, but how's yours? How's your New Year's resolution? Is it working out? Is it happening? Is it easy? Is it hard? Because some people, a lot of people's New Year's resolutions aren't they're not crazy. They're not, nothing crazy and hard. It's I'm gonna stop smoking. Some people are I'm gonna stop drinking soda. I'm gonna start eating more salads, a little more healthy. Some people make it. They pick a little more easier. You get real busy in life. I know a lot of people. Okay, look, I know a lot of people. I'm not gonna say want to lose weight because that just categorizes, But a lot of people want to get in shape, want to get fit, just health wise, Not trying to be anything crazy, just health wise, And how's that going for everybody? That gets hard for me. Some days I wake up and I'm so sore, and I gotta wake up earlier and I'm tired, and it's the last thing I want to do is some push-ups and stuff, and but I'm doing it, and I notice I'm feeling a lot better, I've been doing them for at least 10 days, not longer than that. Just taking off Sundays and stuff, but, and I notice I feel a lot better. I feel like I have a little more energy and everything. Not just so just exhausted at work, but, so I have been doing that, but how have you guys been doing? Let me know in the comments, I forget every time. If you're here, if you could subscribe, and it's no big deal, throw me in the back with the rest of your subscribers that you don't watch, you know? I won't take up much room. There was like a cop right here, and he pulled in front of me, looked at me, and like he was there for a little while, but I just kept going with the video. I was like, I'm gonna keep going and see what this guy does. And then he was there for a little while, about 5 minutes, and then he just took off. But that's why I was a little distracted. But yeah, let me know in the comments, Let me know, are you struggling? If you're struggling, it's no big deal. It's hard, it's hard to, to change something that you're so used to, not doing, or whatever. It's hard, I understand, It's hard for me. I can't do any of my New Year's resolutions. I've been doing one, and I had 3 major ones that I wanted, I want to start going to church. I got to quit smoking cigarettes, and I want to get fit, and I'm only doing one of them, and I'm barely doing that, it's not like I'm doing some crazy full-blown workout. I do 60 push-ups every morning. 60. That's it. 3 sets of 20. That's it. I feel like if I do any more, I'll be sore. So maybe later, but at least I'm doing something. At least I'm starting, But how are you guys? Are you guys started, fell off? Are you kind of still doing it off and on, hit and miss? Like, how's your New Year's thing going? I'm really curious. I wish people would jump in the comments a little more, Like right now, I get hardly no comments, I get very few. No, so it depends. Some videos get a lot, 10. To me, 10 comments is a lot. But on average, I get about 2 or 3, per video. Maybe, I don't know, somewhere around there. But I want to hear you guys. I want to hear your comments. I want to, I'll respond. I don't have a lot of people making comments, so I'll respond. I might not respond right away, but I'll get to them. But let me know. I'm genuinely curious. Like I made another video. I made another video that was, are people really happy for you? When they say, oh, I'm happy for you, And like I know a lot of people say, oh, genuine, but I genuinely am curious, and I want to know. I want to hear about your guys' New Year's resolutions. I want to hear about it, I want to see if you're doing it. If not, look, no shade on you, I feel like, I don't want to go too crazy, but I feel like at least like 70-75% of us say a New Year's resolution and we never do it, so, but let me know, all right, everybody, I was just really curious about that, so, let me know in the comments, all right? Thank you, everybody. Have a good day, and God bless.